He's who come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, my people, welcome back to the Coach's Desk. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's another day. And of course, there was a press conference today, and we want to delve into some of the takeaways that we gathered from that press conference. Big up to everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate you being here. We want to have a very good discussion. And of course, as usual, Brain Drain, aka Butters, would have to come with something like this. Do we really have to wait until 5 p.m.? Of course, Brain Drain. That's when the stream is actually scheduled for. So, yeah, we're here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, one and all. Yeah, man, big up yourself, my people. We hope to have a very, very, very good discussion in this one. And talking about that, we have a special show planned for Friday. Yeah, man, a special show is planned for Friday, and you'll see what will transpire. So big up to all my viewers, all my subscribers. Give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, so that you can become a part of the family. And you see the people that will continue to subscribe because they want to comment in the comment section, and then them unsubscribe. Might as well just watch the show. Just watch the show. You understand? Just watch the show, and you don't have to subscribe and unsubscribe. I don't know what you gather from doing that every single time. So because you know you unsubscribe to Coach's Desk and you stop follow up Coach's Desk, but when we drop a live, you come onto it and you want to participate in it. So you subscribe, resubscribe, to comment, and then you unsubscribe. Just watch the show and no bother the back and forth. You understand? That don't make no sense to me. We know that I go on, man. Don't worry yourself. All we know, we just know. You get what I say? Yeah, man. So deal with the thing the right way. If you don't like what Coach's Desk is doing over here, just watch. You don't have to comment. So you don't have to be going through the back and forth. Subscribe, unsubscribe. That's a madness. Yeah? But big up yourself, said way, for the view. Thank you very much for the view. Thank you for the watch time and everything that you do. You understand? Yeah, man. So, Brain Drain, big up yourself, Brain Drain. Toki in the building. Yeah, man, Toki, bless up yourself. Know yourself, big up yourself. Fresh God, Capo in the building. Big up yourself, Capo. Lan Ezra, go on. Do you know calling a male Butters is a why? Well, that you get all of the alphabet because of you call yourself that. You understand? That's what the thing said. So yeah, people. Yeah, Toki. Me realize, man. Me realize them unsubscribe to the channel for whatever reason, but yet still them a come and watch it and not subscribe, unsubscribe. So that don't make no sense. If you don't like what we do, and for whatever reason, I don't care the reason, but stop with the play thing, the dolly house thing, back and forth thing. That don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? So like the video, people. Like the video. Share the content. Big up to the Facebook folks that are on as well. Big up yourself. Jew 40s. Best up yourself, you know. Yeah, man. We start early, man. Because I need some time for resting at the night. When we start late, we go late. You see what I'm saying? Tennessee, big up yourself. Jason Guna in the building. But coach, you can't put subscribers only in the chat then. That's why that happened. No, man. That's why I say subscribers only. So if you unsubscribe, just watch the video, man. You know have to chat, you know have to make no comment in the comment section. Remember, you unsubscribe, you know. You already unsubscribed. Nobody told you that from my end that you should unsubscribe. You see me I say? You unsubscribe. So that's why we put on a non-subscriber mode or subscriber mode. So if you subscribe, you can talk. If you don't subscribe, don't bother with the hanky panky thing, man. I just that my view upon it though. Talking. I can't tell a man what to do, but me just express myself. You see what I say? Kevin Williams, big up yourself. Track Guru, what go on? Bless up yourself in a Track Guru. Me nah one of them football people that's subscribing and unsubscribing. Me just changing my name. Cause T nah like monkey and donkey. Hey, all right, Track Guru. We can call it Track Guru. Yeah, but if you subscribe to the channel, Jason, you can comment. If you don't subscribe, you can't comment. It's easy, you know. 1-3. So that mode is put for the subscribers only. So if a man unsubscribe or a lady unsubscribe, and in order to chat, you have to subscribe to unsubscribe. You don't have to talk because you don't unsubscribe already. I just not the point me I make still enough. Me not tell you enough to do it because me can't control on that end. Yeah, man, we just have make a point, Jason. We not go back and forth with that. We just make a point and we move on. Yeah. All right, so first thing we want to talk about, Dwight Spence raised it. First and foremost, the press conference. The press conference was good. No glitch. You see me I say? No glitch. I'm gonna move from a computer to the next. They just get one camera and put all the main characters on screen. You understand? That is a situation. And we like that today. So even the camera quality was good as well. Wasn't excellent, but it was good. You could clearly see, you know, white spots and all of these things. It is a good look. It is a good look. So kudos to one of the persons, Simon Preston, who is assisting with that aspect of the federation now. Big up to Simon. Much respect to Simon. I don't know where we have to tell it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up to Simon and what he has done thus far. Yeah, a few hours on the job. But I guess he would have deal with the thing how it's supposed to be dealt with. And the people them like it. I like it. We don't hear no glitching of the sound. We don't hear we don't see no grains and lines. Yeah, man. Big move this. And we have to call a spade a spade. Yeah. So that was one of the takeaways for me at this press conference. As Jew 40 said, yeah, man, we need a JFF backdrop. So Simon, if you're watching, and if anybody watching can link Simon, just get a background, or you can make the one where you carry, you pull out two of them, JFF pay for that, and you carry them when you got upon your trip. And you just use that as the backdrop for the press conferences. That would be off the chain. So we like, and these are things that we suggested. Is it because they were in Austria and the internet are fire? Well, this would have been a litmus test and they passed. Simon pass. You understand? Thank you very much, Dwight. So a level of administrative work was done where the Zoom is concerned. Yeah. Once the coach is on the floor, nobody could unmute and just talk. And of course, that is a feature that Zoom always had. So that is a good look as well. Very clear. A lot of assertiveness was in it. From the get-go, Simon knew what he wanted, and he just spoke whatever he had to say, and then turn it over to the coach. So right there and then, that's a pass mark for the press conference. Big up Simon Preston, Reggae Boyz commentary, and the whole crew. Yeah, man. Where's the Dwight? You want pot cover for that one there? Me have pot cover, you know. Yeah, man, pot cover for that one there, man. Dwight, see pot cover there. Yeah, man. We have pot cover for that one there, man. Where you chat, man? All right, big up the pot cover crew. You understand? All right. Brain drain. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Competent, equal proficiency. That is very good. Yeah, man. Was a good. There was a small freeze, but great improvement. A retractable banner. Yes, that is it, King Java. Retractable banner. I was searching for the name. That is it. They can easily make one, you know. Money with JFF have, man. Them can easily buy at least 4 of those. 2 for the male, 2 for the female. Especially when they're not at the same location. Big up Gregory Hines. Do it. Big up yourself, same way. Press conference was best press conference we ever see. All right. Simon is the goat of journalism. All right, Eco. Starboy Juices. Big up yourself, you know. The whole Philly. Big up yourself. Jeff took a little time to get this press conference thing right, but this was well done. Yeah, man. But what me I say still, you know, as me telling a long time, me if he said this is going to be a situation where it could be Simon and Manningsman taking over the reins. Call me stupid, call me overthinker, but it could be. Because if you get them quality, what you going to do? Revert? Big up yourself, Eames. Maybe could, but haven't they been overseas on the internet still? Yeah, true fresh, but you know, me I try to look on the bright side of it as well. Yeah, man, small progressive steps. Very good. Leg of the youth. So you said right. Gaza, big up yourself. Yeah, the Football Association announced on Wednesday that English football clubs will now have the opportunity to sign a specified number of players who do not meet the points requirements for work permits. That sounds good. Kid on the block, bless up. It's Jamaica, LOL. Oh, big up yourself, LOL. I wonder what go on a long time when I see you. Coach, give me have something to do with it. Yep. Big up yourself, Devon Smith. Simon knows his stuff. A banner with JFF logo and sponsor. Yeah, that's the next thing. And I'm sure that incrementally they will get these things on board. You know what I mean? So basically, it's a good look. So all in all, good press conference. We like what we saw, and it argues well going forward. And to be exact, there's gonna be a post-match press conference. You know that the match tomorrow that will be played, it will be behind closed doors. Reason being, Qatar and the Reggae Boyz don't want to be scouted. You're with me? They don't want to be scouted, hence the reason they are playing. Of course, they are going to be in the Gold Cup, you know. So they don't want any other team to scout them on that regard. So that's what I understand why the game is being played behind closed door. And specifically, Qatar doesn't want to be scouted. You get what I say? Yeah, man. That is a situation where that aspect of it is concerned. So, we're not gonna be seeing the match. We're just gonna rely on reports and the outcome. No, that's why I'm say specifically, the Qatar team, they were the ones who made that request. Them not want to be scouted. So Jamaica, remember this. Some of these players that are there for the games, you know, not some of them I believe won't be going to the Gold Cup. You understand? Big up yourself, Kyle Wallace. So hence the reason why it might not matter to Jamaica. You get what I say? So that is it. So this is what these are some of the takeaways. To begin with, the questions were answered in regards to why the team, or it took so long for them to publish this squad. And you see the people that are met noise, remember, you know, the Gold Cup squad still has not been published, you know. But the coach is meticulous on how he does his stuff. Like I said in the video the other night, the coach is doing things his way. And that's what I surmise. Because he did say that it is because of wanting to ensure that everybody listed would have been there. Because, you know, a person that visa issues, injury issues, holiday issues, and all of these things. So, I mean, it is what it is. And the coach answered the people them will make up a bag of noise that the team needs to drop. US just dropped their Gold Cup squad, I think today. There's no biggie about it. A squad drop, yes or no. You get what I say? But to each his own, everybody have their own reasons why they would want a squad to drop early or late. Update on Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe as a grade, is it grade 2? I think it's a grade 2 muscle injury in his hamstring. Because he has a hamstring issue. He came off on a game the other day, 12 minutes into the game. He did his MRI. The coach is optimistic. Once he puts in the work, then certainly he will be ready for the Gold Cup. And of course, I was on a live with Damien on Instagram, and he was pretty much saying the same thing. You understand? So it is a good look. It is a good look. It is a good look. And I think Bobby Reid, they said based on the doctor's report, it's best if they take the week off. Mikel Antonio and so forth were players that basically people wanted to see, but the coach is giving them the week off because going into Gold Cup, they want everybody well rested, full blast. You understand? Because the aim is to win the Gold Cup. I don't know. From what I understand, the coach basically will be liaison with those players because some of them would have already been in camp, so they understand what the coach is about already. So it shouldn't be an issue for them to come in and you know, they should have everything sorted out. So that it is what it is. Big up Issa, big up Rob Smith. Yeah, it's a grade 1 tier. Speng down, big up yourself. Yeah, man, grade 1. That's a mistake from me. Seem like the work slow this week. Third live this week. No, man, in a football week, Rob Smith. Which work slow? My work? Hey, you're the easy there, Rob Smith. Grade 1 is 2 weeks. It look positive because he's running on the treadmill. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it depending on how it is torn to, you know, Speng done it. If it is deep, it's a problem. But if it, remember, there are 3 muscles around where the hamstring is, So if it is any other one that is deep rooted, then he might be having problems. But it seems as if it's not deep. So that one is easier to manage than the one that is deep. So it's a good look. So he should be ready back in time for the Gold Cup. Yeah, people. Grade one. Yeah, once him upon a treadmill, that is a good look. That means it's not one of those deep muscle in the hamstring. After seeing the squad, I still don't understand why normally Campbell don't make the squad. Don't say the coach is giving them the week off. The players didn't come. Issa Allen, you can't tell me not to say that when that was what the coach said. Based off request, based off doctor's order and those things. That's what the coach said. I'm certain that you'd have listened to the interview or the press conference, Issa. So it's not like coach's desk is saying. I'm not repeating verbatim, but it is what the coach said. So of course it is the coach would have after discussion. Pinnock, Ethan Pinnock, his wife, other child. He said that on the press conference. So he wanted to be there. It is his 4th child. You understand? So that is the situation. So hey, Issa, you behave like a make up story, you correct me. You understand? Big up yourself, Marlon. Coach, you see Mannings in the uniform. Proud with General Mannings, man. Yeah, man. Big up to Mannings, man. Big up to Simon. Jarvis Paris, big up yourself. I'm glad the grand thing put to rest. Coach Simon just need a professional media team with the necessary equipment, cameras, editor, etc. Simon already has the articulation part of it. He now needs a media team with him. Yeah, definitely. Detonation, big up. Think we can manage first one without him and he can become available for knockout stages. Yeah. Yeah, man, Rupert, I got a bag of things. Just big up yourself. Yeah, man. It's a sharpshooter, 4 out of the mag. Then, see him score one per goal, Jerome. Oh, yeah, chat said Jerome. The man they score from corner, And the man they don't sneak up and don't score. All right, so the question was brought up about Demarai Gray, and to some person's surprise, his paperwork are not fully sorted out according to Coach Grimm. He did say that it looks more positive than negative, but he doesn't want to talk about something that, and I'm understanding that it is very close. Very close. But the coach probably don't want delve into it, but I heard it is very close. Well, what I hear the fresh God, I can't say it because I don't know it. I heard they're waiting on the clearance from FIFA. You understand? I heard that it is some clearance from FIFA. That's where he's at now. Yeah? And I guess that's why the coach said it is more positive than whatever, but he does not want to talk about something that is not in hand. Yeah? So yeah, man, I think it's a clearance. And that them say Jason Guna from last year, them say that. But you see, when a lot of stories were coming out about Demarai Gray, and that he has his passport in hand and them thing, he knows him never have no passport. Yeah. And his paperwork were actually we spoke on a live. Ian and Cataract were on the live. Ian called in and clarified that as well. So I don't know. I guess because of those early news items, it would have caused persons to believe that. No mention of Amari was a loud statement or over speculation on my part. I think it's over speculation. I soon talk about Amari. Yeah, man, a FIFA clearance, I'm wait for Marlon. That's what I heard. But the coach don't want, and for me, FIFA clearance don't really take a long time. It don't really take a long time. The phone line is opening up, people. We take some calls early too. Everything we do early. Some people that say Shirley. Yeah, man. So, yeah, that is the situation with them, all right, Gray. Joel and Bernard seem to be quite fine. Nothing was mentioned about them. I heard that they would have gotten their clearance already. Yeah. So that was another takeaway. Demarai Gray situation was a takeaway for me in this press conference. I think the coach was a bit coy in terms of what he says about Demarai Gray's situation. Possibly kind of ticklish. Joe and Spence, big up yourself. All right, so I think Boza is there. He is there. He was in New York. Some of the players who possibly weren't there, wasn't any issue of on their part. They said that Kemar Taxi Lawrence didn't get a Schengen visa, so it's best for him to just wait over in United States. Persons, yes, Issa, I'm taking calls. Persons asking why we didn't ask about Amari or Omari Hutchinson, but persons not asking why nobody asked about Ravel Morrison. Is it the case that the fans not too interested in Ravel? You understand? So nobody asked about Ravel, and nobody said anything about that. But everybody asking about Omari Hutchinson. So that is where that is. Good. I can't ask all I question them. So my question that I would have asked the persons who asked before would have asked those questions, and become my hand done up already. You have to quick thinking. I asked about Brandon Cover because he was not in the 50-man squad. So it would be prudent of me to ask that question if he was going to the Gold Cup, being that he was not a part of the squad. You get what I say? No, but people ask about Ravel. Remember, Ravel did have a church, Remember, Ravel have a church, fresh. Remember, say, Cataract even all asked about Grant and Gray, That's Andre Gray, And the coach just said, they're not in his plans based off, they're not the type of player that he's looking at. So, hey, we're not easy. Yeah, man, the phone line is open. You're free to call. Yeah, man, and that me I say fresh. And that's why you see me no run and say, yo, in this a person I trust, in that the person I trust. Me not trusting on nobody. Me not go come and say, in this person, in algorithms I trust. No, me not trust. Me not put no trust in an algorithms. Algorithms can't feel to, you know, a human being, you know. Yeah, man, Cataract asks about Anthony Grant saving his the team from whatever position they were in. And also he asked about Andre Gray scoring 6 goals in 5 appearances in Europe. So that me I talk about fresh. So that's why me now go join nobody church or no baller church. Or me now go put no trust in nobody, because today this person is up, today that person is out, you know. And you know, one next thing we want to talk about, the people them need to do better than that in terms of disrespecting a player. Hey, you see, if you don't like a player but a man is down, don't pound on him while he's down. Can me see some bad reports about referring to Damian Lowe. I can't believe the people would have been rejoicing that Damian Lowe is hurt. If he's not a baller, just a baller, boy, you can't rejoice in a baller being hurt. You can't rejoice in a man demise, you know. If him not play well and the coach substitute him, yeah, you can rejoice in that. A long time him to come off, but when a man hurt, man, that not nice, man. In God I put my trust, BM. Me not trust my shadow. Yeah, man. So me just implore the people them. No bother with them thing there. No bother with them thing there, man. But pressure the youth. While along him should have hurt this, him should have hurt. No, man, them thing that are nice. Them thing that don't nice. If you don't like the baller, you just don't like the baller. But the disparaging comment in regards to his injury, boy, that is distasteful. No, Rob Smith, you see, you can't really censor what people say in the comment section, you know. Because you did a beat last night about the squad I rated, or the night before. We can't censor you. The only thing what we can do is turn off the comment. And people just watch a show. But I don't want to do that. So I cannot blame the owners of the channels that they create environment for it to happen. Me can't blame a man. You see, know yourself. But even if them do Hector so, even if them do Mickey so, even if them do Boza so, I know something with me subscribe to. I know something with me subscribe to, you know. So I don't like the fact that a player is hurt and you rejoice. It no matter who. I am in sport and it is never a time my opponents get hurt and me feel good about it. Because I want to play the best or I want to go up against the best. You understand? I idiot thing that. Me I tell you straight. I idiot thing that we say, no glad say the man get hurt. Idiot thing. Idiot thing that. And when me I say it might not, a person will say it might not business, but such is life. Me just share my opinion. Yeah, but Rob Smith, the people them this up top up on my stream. What me I go do? What me I go do? Them this up other people on the stream, what me I go do? So you really can't censor, you only can ask the moderators them to help in curtailing the disparaging comments, but you can't really stop conversations like that in the comment section. I just the moderators them for assist in cleaning up the comment section. Yeah, man, that is true, Jason. That is true. Some might be here because me say earlier, Jason, a lot of people unsubscribe to the Coaches Desk channel for whatever reason. You can't stop a man from say, yo, me stop watch that. You see me I say? But if you continue to watch the channel, just watch it. No matter you want to say something and because you're not subscribe, you subscribe and you unsubscribe because you want to say something. No, sir, me not subscribe to that. Know yourself, say, all right, know yourself, confess, people. Know yourself, saying this up top of because top hurt him. But you not have to diss me, so know yourself. But to each his own still. This is not a show that comes to preach on people's moral. Every man have to know where they stand in their moral aspect of life. But for me, I am not going to, and I'm a coach, and I deal with different teams, deal with top players from my team or top players from another person's team. When the other people them hurt, me upset. Me can't rejoice in it. Cannot. You understand? But I just saw the thing said. To each his own. Once the top of bench and hey, real ball, I know say me now go talk about that though. Me just talk my mind on that. Me now call out no platform. Because I know the platform are the people. So that me I tell Rob Smith, Jason Guna, and everybody are gonna make the right type of comment. No, in a Eagle Republic. But Brandon Cover will be joining the CSC team. So I guess he's there just to be seen by John Wall. And they move on from there where that is concerned. So Antonio having an extra week, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, and Pinnock. So pretty much Javon Brown. He had some issues as well. Not certain if he has reached as yet, but he had some issues. All right. So with a Whisper in the team, Whisper would have made this game too, and the coach seems to have a lot of time for him. What are your thoughts on the whole thing where the coach is basically seemingly wants to move Whisper forward with this team? Because apparently it seems as if he's in the Gold Cup roster based on these players that are there. All right, so Javian Reach, okay. No updates on the CSC team right now. Just a senior team. Yeah, this is what it is. So those are some of my takeaways from the press conference. I think Alex, the press conference boss asked a very good question, you know. Alex asked about players being rested like a Mikel Antonio and so forth. And Amari Bell is there. And he could have asked for time. So you would have seen the importance of being there. Yeah? I think that was a very good question. But the coach really responded to Alex. You heard it. You're well, I think it's a good question from Alex though. Whisper brings the confidence of youth, fearless. He's hungry, determined, no fear. True. Yeah, but Rob Smith, in terms of how we would have seen Algrims to work, you know, that man seems to want to use a set of players that will understand his whole philosophy. And then him work from there. You know, one thing the coach said that hits me, you know, resonate with me, you know. And we have been saying this. You see, because of some of the quality and caliber players that have joined the Reggae Boyz, he's basically saying that the floodgates are opening up now. So a lot more players want to come play for the Reggae Boyz. What do you think about that? Coach, who you think will have to put in excellent performance in friendlies to me? I not even know. Big up yourself, Ferrell. No, seriously, who did you hear when the coach said that? Yeah, Lawrence can't go Malcolm X. Lawrence never get no visa, Schengen visa, so him can't go to Europe. Yeah, but the Ravel is not there, Eagle Republic, but Whisper is there. The coach is basically saying that because of the caliber players that we are attracting to the Reggae Boyz, a lot more persons are inclined to play for the Reggae Boyz. Welcome to the show, caller. You're live.
Blessing, coach. Manners and respect.
RD and the man from
RD and the Ghana
Spain.
champion, you know. Yeah, man. Coach, the press conference, one issue I have with it, believe you me. Just one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here?
Yeah, man. Right. Where are you, man?
For so long, yeah, man, for so long, the country or the football loving fans have not heard from the coach regarding to players and Triple England and everything like that. All right. No, I was disappointed when Simon said we only have the coach only have 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, 10 minutes. And we have not heard from the coach for so long. I mean, and Simon, I think Simon know better than that. Said, I mean, the amount of questions that need to be asked, even 20 minutes. That would be, but when he said 10 minutes, that was very disappointing to me. Believe you me.
Okay.
That's my look of you still. Yeah, man.
All right. Big up yourself, Ardian, the man from Spain.
Yeah, man, you know,
And
anything happen, my we then try blame. All right, my brother.
all right, audience, big up yourself. So yeah, people, the phone line is open. So it's like basically because of the players that we are attracting, every man around are coming out. Listen, you know, audience is something, man. Audience are share in mind. I understand. And we don't have no problem with that. But I think in the press conference, I heard Simon said they still had other things to take care of, and they have to, in terms of the preparations for the game. So I think that is one of the reasons why the press conference was short-lived. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons. So we can't cut them some slack on that one. But if it happen again, then I don't know. But remember, Earl Bailey came on last time and said, Coach really decide how long he want to stay up on the press conference, you know. So if that is the case, then exactly, Fresh God. 2 hours some money. Peso, call in Peso. Travis Peso. You for call in because you I talk about things about the squad. See squad there now. Peso. Peso. Public enemy number 1, Peso. Public enemy number 1, Peso. Peso, we spine at them ears, Shernet. we spine at over ears. We spine at my ears. Welcome to the show. You're live on the coach's desk.
Yes, Coach Mike here. Listen, I have a question. I just jump in on and jump off real quick.
Yeah.
The coach have 19 man on him squad in Austria, right?
Mm-hmm.
I count 19 players.
19 players I count?
Talk about 8. Yeah, 8 and 19 of one are 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he mentioned 8 other players' names.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that 19 and 8 make 27. So which 4 players will get leave out?
Me no know.
I try to talk about.
Me no know. But we know say we know say
you're the coach. No, you're not the coach.
Huh?
You are the coach, you know, so you tell me.
No, I don't mean coach Reggae Boyz. I don't mean coach Reggae Boyz. I am a coach, but I'm not the coach of the Reggae Boyz team. Don't get it twisted.
All right. Which 4 you think, your opinion, you think won't be there?
Well, him say
7, 8 others.
Him say something that I go leave in a Brandon cover. So he would have been one.
So that's one out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't know.
So you have 3 more.
I don't know.
You see, that's a good question for the people in the comment section to try and figure out which 4. Because 19 and 8 make 27. I'm only can carry 23.
Mm.
You know, 3 goalkeepers them solid. So that is no question there because not 4 goalkeepers here. Well, I wrap my brain from the squad drop and the man say he has 78 players. Because Damian may fit. I'm not sure about Damian and Gray may be ready. So it could be only him have only 6. Because if Damian are ready and Gray are ready, you understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why I try to wish 23, but I'm gonna work it out still. I'm gonna see if I get it right. But it's a good thing to think about still.
Yeah, man, a good point that. But me could say.
Yeah, because I didn't know our covenant wasn't going to be there, so I didn't know that part. So well, and they have a good squad still. Good squad.
So how you rate the squad?
Expect good things. A good. The only problem I have, them don't have enough time together. You know, and so we can't, if them not reach Copa, we not go complain, because we have a new squad like this. You need little time for gel, you know. All the rest of the other man will reach 4 days before. How much training you can do 4 days before? 3 days before the game. You understand me? So my expectation kind of drop a little. I thought all the guys was going to be there from day one in Austria. But now they find out that about 5 of the core players, but he never mentioned Ravel's name. So I don't know what's going on there.
He never mentioned Ravel's name.
You know, no, he never mentioned Ravel. So there we go again. So I don't know. You know, it's a decent squad. You understand me?
Mm-hmm. So you think Ravel would have been a missing link?
But if the coach don't play Ravel in the right position yet, he might have to play him as a CDM. Ravel's attacking midfielder, brethren. That's why he must play. If you play him anywhere else, you play one-man shot. That's as far as I'm concerned.
See him have some CDM then now.
Yeah, so Ravel can go forward. But Ravel not playing no football. Apart from practice, run up and down and kick ball in a scrimmage. I'm not playing a competitive football, so I'm not sharp. So that's the next liability, right? That's what I get. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Well, the coach must know what. But I'm surprised Rebel not there, because them two warm-up game that's good for that. Huh?
Yeah.
Them two give it a shot. Them up.
Yeah, and that may I say,
mean?
being that he's not playing for his club, and he starts to. These 2 games would have definitely give him some sort of a mileage or sharpness, much sharpness under his legs. You know what I mean? But for him not to be there, it speaks volume.
Yeah. So unless he's not going to be available for the Gold Cup,
he's not available unless the coach now pick him. You know.
Well, we'll see. But we can't wait for the first game. No, we will definitely want to the first game. I feel the USA team is beatable. It's not the strongest squad them out. And if we beat the US, we avoid Canada in the quarterfinals. Okay. We'll get Guatemala more than likely. You know what I mean? And we have Trinidad now. You know, we have Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad comes in, because the other team used some ineligible player.
Nicaragua. Yeah. But no matter which team Trinidad have from to Jamaica, is a tough game. You know what I mean? So we should get past them, and we should get past whoever is the next team that come up. I don't know, whichever team that is. So if we get the 3 points against the US, then we look good. We're in a Copa, so we definitely can beat Guatemala. If Guatemala is the team that finished second in the Canadian group.
Yeah.
We can beat any other team in the Canadian group easily, except Canada gets a tough fight, but any other the other 3 teams in the Canadian group we can manage. So it's very important that we win the group, so we avoid Canada.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, coach, I'm going to leave you and go and listen, because I'm start driving now.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Mikey.
All right, cool.
Yeah, cool. All right, so persons who were asking about the female press conference, they had some difficulties. Technician had challenges today. So, no press conference for the ladies. It wasn't able to stream, but it was held, I believe. You understand? This. Tiga, you have to show your face for you for real, you know. And if you want, turn off the camera after, no problem. Okay, are you for real? And turn on your mic that Tiga. What go on?
Well, go on, my brother. Well, go on.
With there, you know.
Yeah, boss.
What are your takeaways from the press conference?
My takeaway, I don't know. Let's say more and get the JFF, the doubt, the doubt. You know, what the word I look for? The
Benefit of the doubt.
the benefit of the doubt. Thank you. I want to give the JFF the benefit of the doubt. My thing is this. All right, I hear what they're saying, but my thing is this: how long? Cause here's the question that I ask. And I'm asking, how long does it take for paperwork to get ready for somebody to play for the national team? How
We
long
don't,
does it? How
we
long
don't
does
know.
this take?
What we understand is that, you know, say, my ear say the youth deal with him application himself. So probably that's why the backlog. And them that try to find it and couldn't find it. That's what I heard. Don't know how true it is. So it was difficult for them to get a hold of his document so them can expedite it. You understand?
So why I'm never all right. If even so, him could have don't him could have if them couldn't find the document, him not could have refile.
Well, me wouldn't know about that still. And him probably don't know about that.
It's just weird. It's like them. It's like the old technology is and stuff like that. It's like them a behave like we live on a stone or we live on a rock. You understand? So me just can't see it. We just can't see it. Tell us why them that is my opinion, coach. I can be wrong. My opinion. Then just throw the name in it for just calm down the crowd. Because people been asking, what about this? What about? And then just throw him name in it the ring for just calm down the crowd. That is just my opinion.
No, but from what I've heard is that you know go as well, yeah, said.
Okay. I say, we can be wrong still, you know.
Yeah.
But we as a fan, we just want to see the team do well and stuff like that. And I understand what the coach is saying about the some of the players being injured, and that is true. The truth that the matter is some of the players really been injured, like Leon Bailey, injury prone. You understand him? So him gonna need a little time and whatever. But what about the other player? What about other peer? Would they are something there? Me say Omar Hutchinson there, Dubai and all them same thing there. And all them thing there.
Remember say the ball of them season done, you know, so the ball of them gone on them vacation. What you expect, Tigat?
What I expect the ball of them to come in, the JFF talk to the ball of them, strong words, you know, somebody with strong words talk to the ball and say, guess what? We need a side for coming. We need for decide for jail because when World Cup campaign start, we only can get them for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and all them something with the ball of them now. This is the first competition them are gonna play together. And when once the season kick in, we're not gonna get them. We're not gonna get them. We're not gonna get no training camp. We're not gonna get this. We're not gonna get that. We'll have to wait for the FIFA window. And even if the FIFA window do open, we have to pray for them not injure. And I said for them come and play. Jamaica don't have that type of luxury. You understand? For we have them for we have baller and vacation and them. So we're not a Brazilian team or an Argentina team or something like that. We don't have a luxury.
You know think say the man they need some sort of
coach,
rejuvenation.
Coach, I understand that.
No,
but
but
you know
you are talking so like you don't understand it then.
No. but I know, you know what I understand? You know what I understand? Sacrifice. And that I understand too. Sacrifice. We used to say something when we go to school. The heights of great man reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight. But while we're their companion step, we're toiling
No. But
night.
hear what? Me believe that, you know. Me believe that they were toiling upwards through the night. But you see, certain aspect of toiling, if you do it and not get your rest, you're going to pop down. So, me understand the saying that. But when it comes to the body itself, a part of maintaining good health, a part of maintaining your fitness, a part of being able to recover quick if you get a little hurt, is that your body would have gone through some level of rest. Some of these athletes at a certain time then gone at them bed, you know. Some of them not a social life, you know, until after the season, you know. So me not agree with that.
But
That.
how long is it? How long is it? All right, if we check the season from when the season end for some of the ball of them, how long is it? How long is the recuperation? When I check the level of some of the team them, but not about some of the team them we play late matches.
So
Like who playing at the European final.
Right.
Champions League
So
final.
of them people who else missing? Who else missing?
Huh?
Who else missing?
Who else missing?
Yeah.
Me have to go look on the 50-man squad because I don't want to call a name. Oh, me have to go look on the 50
we are talking about at the press conference, the man they were missing. Now them man they play. All right, Bailey and Bobby Reed. What the coach say about Bailey and Bobby Reed?
All right, me tell you about Bailey injury prone.
What
So he must say Bailey need certain aspect. You understand? For
what
work
say about Bobby Reed?
And him say, what him say about Bobby Reed?
You know, say doctor say Bobby Reed for rest too.
Okay. I want the fly over my head. Me when him say Nana wanted to
say
come.
about Ethan Pinnock?
Him say Ethan Pinnock out him wife just have a girl baby.
Right. And I 4th child, right?
Yes.
When say about Antonio?
Antonio play late, so him get an extra week rest.
So who else you gonna talk about now?
What else I talk about? So that's all of the player them. As me tell you, I'm gonna run through the 50-man squad, you know. That's why I asked about Gray, you know.
No, the 50-man squad now nothing to do with who. They
but
are
them some of the man in the 50-man squad.
No, but the man now care some man just to play some game. The man a care man when him know say him gonna move
on.
Play,
right.
In Gold Cup, yeah.
Oh.
I remember say Gray one of them where you asked about and him say the paperwork's not complete.
Yes.
So basically, what we are here is that the thing is that he might wait for FIFA clearance. We don't know how long he might go something there.
Oh, so
hold on there. Yeah, back up a wall where me not understand if you are gonna find your way through that.
All right, fine. You just said something a while ago. So
you remember you did that press conference in the Virgin. You shouldn't ask me then something like a
well, I know, like a man who never did that, you know. Well, I know, I'm not asking the question. Me just never feel me never want to put nobody on the spot. You understand? Me just never feel comfortable.
Comfortable with what?
I mean, I have to give man like chance like you for ask more question.
Yeah, but you ask when I question then when me would have asked.
Eh?
You ask a question when me would have asked.
And you ask a question that me that asked too.
So no so thing ask
a question that me that asked.
So everybody cannot ask it all like question them because of the time constraint.
That is true. But I think you asked me the takeaway first. I think it was a good press conference. You understand? And I think it was a good press conference, and I'm glad them reach out to the fans and let them know what is happening. You understand? I am very happy about that, and they will just move forward and see what the side can produce tomorrow for the other game. You understand? So that's my takeaway. So I'm happy that the coach reached out to the fans and explained what was happening.
All right, people asking about Omari Hutchinson. From where me hear is like him not get picked.
Okay.
The other aspect of it of we don't know if him can come in for your next player, but the other aspect of it is that persons believe that he might turn down the call up still.
Oh.
No, it is nothing like that.
Okay.
If it change, I must tonight it change.
Oh.
A night probably away him then now, you know.
Yeah.
If I must tonight it change, but from today that never change. He not turn down nothing. It's like the coach never pick him in the squad.
Okay.
You understand? So if people them were ask the question about Omar Hutchinson, the man not turn down the Jamaica Virgin. he did not turn down Jamaica. So that nothing be a part of our thought process.
Of our thought process. Ah, okay.
Yeah, is it me?
Yeah.
As me say, from the time of the press conference, or about an hour after the press conference, that was the situation. If it change, I must know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh, so you think this team can, although we don't really have much to see because the game is going to be played behind closed doors, you know.
Right.
And that is based off Qatar's request. Them no nobody has scout them for the Gold Cup. So
Joke thing that.
I mean, some teams prefer that, some don't. You know, matter to some team. The women's press conference, there were some technical difficulties. Technician couldn't sort out what they need to sort out.
So right. I love
So
the
we never get to put that on the air.
I love
So
the question you asked. I love the question you asked about the Trinidad team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that question because I was about to ask that question too. You understand? But I like that question. And he was saying that it is difficult to play Trinidad than the other team.
Yeah, definitely, because remember he was also referring to that we played Trinidad twice.
Yeah.
So him understand how Trinidad play now and all of that. But Trinidad is a tough team.
Right.
So yeah, I think he would have preferred to play what you call it? The Nicaragua team.
Nicaragua.
And they would have used an ineligible player. That's why they were ousted from the competition.
Oh.
But okay. the thing is, I think why Algrim fear Trinidad so much, I think they have some organization in their defense that probably he knows about. And once that is done, it's very difficult to go on a team like that. I think that is the reason. That is my own thought process coming to the fore right now.
Okay.
I believe that's it.
But Trinidad beat our B side. Well, draw with our B side. We never have our full strength side.
That is true.
So I'm not thinking Trinidad have that difficult because if you have our full strength side, I don't think Trinidad can beat you now. Trinidad our beating stick from morning, you know. So
yeah,
that's my opinion. So yeah.
If we use we A side, I'm not gonna say that now because I remember Mexico had them in and Trinidad held Mexico, you know. Them sit down in a Miglai Park and Mexico couldn't find a way around them, even though shooting would have been Mexico's issue.
Yeah.
But you can't have no team right now.
Definitely.
Go into the football game, approach it as the games come.
Yes.
So you gotta set your plan and hope that the mindset of the players are always at a high standard to go out and give more than 100% in a particular game.
Right. And then the mindset of Amari Bell, you understand? And he has the mindset of he has a winning mentality. Because now that he's promoted, he feel like he have something to give to the team. He have that push and me like that. You understand? And the coach for ride that. You understand? The coach for ride that flame. That flame, the coach for ride that flame. I say if it can catch a fire.
Yeah, definitely. And for persons who are just coming in, Algrimson gave the reason why he delayed in releasing the squad because he didn't have everything in order. Wanted to know that everybody would have been there. So that's the reason the team was released at this juncture. So the people were accused about this and that. I hope you understand now the reason why the coach, as me did tell them the other night in Antigua, the coach is doing things his way now. He want to go release the squad, and then when he release a squad, them player there No did it.
It's not there.
Yes,
That is true. 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 Coach, me have running on, but me go on listening. If we can jump on back, we'll jump on back. Yeah, because we have some stuff to do.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Big up
All
yourself.
right, cool, coach. Big up yourself.
All right, cool. All right, so T-Got, that is T-Got. People, the phone line is open. The link is there. You can jump on to share your views. We want to select an 11 that we believe can, challenge this team. Welcome to the show, caller.
Yeah, hey, Coach. This is Jeremy again.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Coach Tippy Bridget. I remember Coach Tippy. Yeah, man.
A Tippy this?
No, me have a couple questions. No, man. Coach Tippy Bridget.
I
always have to yell you up to him.
All right.
Yell you up.
Yeah, man. Yell him up to man. Big up himself.
Yeah, man. Couple questions I have to ask, right? All right. And I was listening to a bunch of people and a bunch of, YouTube and stuff. And someone was saying that the JFF doing this thing again. I have a few questions. I'm going to walk through them one by one with you. I'm not sure if you have the answer for them.
Go on, make we hear.
I think, this is my opinion, right? I think the coach also respects certain players in a certain way. That's it. It's a long season. What he said about Mikel Antonio, it does make sense, right? It's a practice game. It does make sense. Not a final. He's going to be available next week, for the Gold Cup. Bam. What I say about the defender, oh my God, the one of the baby, that makes sense also, okay? What I say about Demarai Gray, if that is true, with his papers not coming through up to this day, where the JFF come out a few weeks and say blah, 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 that's bad on them, right? As far as the secrecy, around the team and the knot, and everybody, want to know this squad, I want to know this, I want to know that. Don't you think the coach, lots of team, right, do not want to give away their strategy, right? Who they playing and blah, 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 right? How the team is going to play. If this is the coach wish, his tragedy, right? If he pick certain players and pick certain, I think we should all go behind the coach and respect his decision. What do you say about that?
Well, to all the audience still in there, go behind the coach thing, them now. I agree with it, but me kind of understand what you say. We have to support the coach. But yeah, we're supporting the coach. Whatever decision he makes, if we don't like it, we're gonna talk about it still, We're not gonna leave it.
But I'm saying though, give him a chance to succeed first. If he fail, then we can go there and criticize him, right? And I don't think this coach is gonna let the JFF have him for a fool and shortchange him. I don't think he's gonna do that. Right? I don't think he's that kind of person. Even though if the JFF, if they actually get their way, they will get, they will still be the same people, right? But I think that this coach has a strategy. I think he's smart, right? I think, personally by employing those two, local people, Simon and Manningsman, right? And I just think that we as a unit now, okay, if he fail, then we can come out and criticize, right? But I don't think that we have to know everything. That the coach don't want everybody to know everything, because everybody I try to give, to keep a little bit of secret. According to what they say about the game play behind closed door, right? Qatar is paying the money, right? They're the hosts, and they are spending the money. If this is what they want, right? And so we have to abide by their wish. I think our coach actually like this too, I think he don't want everybody, to quite see what he's doing. Also, right? By him not also naming the squad also, it have the two things in my mind. Does he have a full squad or is he waiting? What say you?
But basically, that him said today in the press conference, him said why I'm delayed because him wait on some stuff. So obviously, it's a possibility that him never have everybody.
Yeah. Okay. It was it's a possibility. But and then so I say a couple seasons, you know what I mean, just get done. Now there's another thing. I was watching the way you call it final a while ago, Nation League between Croatia and the Netherlands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess who was playing? Nathan Aki. He just played for City, Manchester City Saturday, less than 4 days ago, right? In our final.
But he played the entire game? He played the entire game?
Yes.
Okay.
He come off on an extra time. He come off on the second half extra time. Because going on extra time. He come off, after the
Which
first
game going on
minutes,
extra time?
He come off.
Hold on. You mean the Champions League final?
No, I'm talking the Euro. I'm talking the Nations League. The Euro Nation League.
No, hold on. He played.
Just ESPN a while ago.
Hold on, no. May I ask you the question? Nathan Aki played for City in the final.
Yes.
And he played the full 90 minutes?
I tell you what, I come and catch the second half, but he plays 45 plus 15 minutes, right? That's what I know of. I'm going to go back and check if he played the entire game. So that is
not the entire game?
I want to say, no, what I'm telling you, what I saw, I'm not sure if he played the entire game.
No, I'm talking, hold on, look like we mix it up, you know. Hold on, Carla, look like we mix it up. I'm asking you about the, what you call it, the Champions League final.
Champions League final?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he play the entire game for the Champions League?
I'm not sure if he played the entire game.
But you just saying play the game and then that is a big difference in a virgin. If a man play
let me rephrase back everything I'm saying to you. He played in the Champions League final 4 days ago, right? On Saturday, right? Today is what?
But he never played
Wednesday.
the full 90 minutes, Carla. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so he would have been fresh. He would have been fresh to go play this league. The Nations League game.
I'm saying he played a major final 5 days ago, right? And then playing another final again. Yeah. I'm not comparing him to Michael Antonio. I'm not comparing him to Michael. This is not a final game for us.
Make a comparison, Carla. Hold on. Yeah, make a comparison. And if you're making that comparison, you have to be clear. Michael Antonio. Hold on, Carla.
No.
Hold on, man. Yeah. Two different things, and I want you to understand the thing. He played a major Champions League final. He never played the full 90 minutes. See? He went to the semi-final of another competition. Right? Michael Antonio played the final of UEFA League. See? This game that he's about to play is a friendly game that he doesn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Michael Antonio, so I'm trying to tell you.
So why are you using the example then? And that's that more to know.
Listen, let me finish. Some people were saying that, right? And that's what I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to answer the question. Some people were saying that how can this guy play in a final and come back and play again? What I'm trying to say, this is not a serious game. We don't need Michael Antonio right here. We need him for rest.
Okay.
Finish. We can't compare the two games together. It's two different games. This is two important games for Nathan Aki.
Exactly. So
need the rest.
So it's no comparison.
But so the folks who the people them who would have said if this guy can play in a final and come back up, it's two different things. That's what I try to say. So people need to think sometimes, before we jump on the bandwagon and just start talking all kind of stuff. And he need him rest, right? That's all. But as the woman has said, right, if the coach doesn't have his full squad right now, and I think in my opinion still, I think this coach is a smart coach. I think he knows what he's doing. Even though there may be a few things that he's actually waiting on, I think he know exactly what he's doing. My final thing to you. When is the last day he have to choose a squad? He have to submit the squad.
For what? The Gold Cup?
Yes. When is the deadline?
I don't know, no. I don't know of the deadline, to be honest.
There has to be a deadline there, but that he has to.
Yeah, man. And of course, he might go fulfill that. He might go fulfill that. But for the release of the squad, that is always the problem, They might meet the deadline, but for the squad to be released to the public, that is always the problem. So my correction, Carl, I just said Nathan Aki played the full 90 minutes of the game. But again, it is two different, it's two major competitions. Semi-final and a final are two major things.
You can't compare those things.
Right, and Mikel Antonio.
You can't compare those things.
Right, Mikel playing in a cup and then come to a friendly. That don't make no sense. To me.
Yes. But I'm gonna say another thing before I go. You is one of the people that people actually respect. That they do respect you a lot. And when they hear them talk about you, they put a respect on your name. I don't know you personal, but people always put a good respect on your name. I think you do all kind of sports. I hear you talk about track and field, football. I think you talk about cricket, sometimes too. But people do give you a lot of respect. All right, Virgin. Yeah, man. Just go on with it,
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Go on, listen.
All right, cool. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to all the viewers. Big up to all my subscribers. And just big up everybody. Thanks for the support. Yeah, man. That me just say Rockford. Me say that, man. Me just say it. So I thought they were comparing Ake playing a serious Champions League final to a Nation League serious semi-final versus a Mikel Antonio playing a final of a European competition and then go play one friendly game. So he was saying that the people can't compare it, which was the point I was defending, but because me never make him finish, we're basically on the same wavelength. So yeah. Where's the Rob Smith? No know nothing about chat. No, so I don't know about sports. Me a novice when it come on to sports. Yeah, me think so the problem is that when the squad has to be released. Because the Jamaican fan base has gotten very impatient when they come on the squad. I don't know why, but I guess I don't know. Probably something I can't tell with. What name? Travis, tell us what go on with the people them and the squad. Why the people them not have no patience when they come on to the squad? Rajic, what go on, Rajic? Big up yourself, Respect for that super sticker. Rajic, a long time we don't see any. Everything good, Virgin. So people want to understand, the coach said it. The coach said because of the players that are coming to the Reggae Boyz, it's like say the gate does open and a lot of people, a lot of players want to be a part of this Reggae Boy thing. Yeah, they want to join the movement. They realize that it is a very good thing to be playing international game, and it's a possibility that this team can go to the World Cup. It's a possibility. So like a lot. But listen, we don't want a man jump on for the wagon. Anyways, we can't stop persons from coming onto the wagon still, because it is the coach's final decision on that. Because if a player reach out to him, or he reaches out to a player and they can, make the thing happen, no problem. All right, Rajiv, big up yourself. No, me not. Wait, so that's why they want the squad to drop. Dasrell. Dasrell, big up yourself, Nitro, big up. People like up the stream now. We have 240 people watching. And those that are watching, it's easy, Just touch that button will look like a thumbs up. Easy. Just do that. Please and thanks. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's because of the coach and the structure. So as me saying in other previous videos, people, I believe wow, this is interesting, Nitro. Nitro said his takeaway is that the coach seems very calm and collective, even though he does not have the top players available to him. You understand? And that is something that I didn't observe. So it is a good look. Nitro. Yeah, Travis. Oh, public enemy number one, so him can't call him, man. Him away from Mobile to Sav. A good look at drive that in about probably close to 2 hours drive. Jamaica fans look for excuse. Me not care who me bun them. If England them a play for, them would be in camp. No question asked. No, Travis. And you see, me not understand how to think, Because that statement the Travis about bun. A foolishness that. Remember, so them players are play like a Mikel Antonio. Them man they are play, but you see, if Mikel Antonio season did finish without him being in the Europa, I would have a problem. You get what I say? But given the circumstances, his situation is different. That's extenuating circumstances that we are dealing with this. So. Come on, Travis, man. Travis, that's why I'm why. Oh, Travis probably at the on the bus and him can't. Or in the spaceship and him can't make no nice guy. You know when Travis are talking, man. Travis, that comment no make sense still. About bun. A foolishness that Travis. May I tell us straight. You have to be reasonable in how you go about doing the thing, brethren. You can't compare a man to come. And I like say the man a fight for your spot to make the team, You get what I say? What you say? Gas take him up, he want some tea. I idiot thing that Travis attack still. Me not go around it. Travis, I know say when we attack shoot, we not put the mouth a girl and attack, Once we are call you out if you attack foolishness, man. That we have said as well. Too important for a man to just play a conference league and win European competition and if run come play these 2 games, then move over to a few days after to play Gold Cup. Come on, Travis, man. Public enemy number one. You see why you're public enemy number one? Travis has something man still up. People calling people. I could hear your voice now, man. Really? Yo. Really? Kimo, how go on?
There, man.
Everything good?
Yeah, man, everything good so far,
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Yeah, deal. We have to contribute today.
Yeah, I just anticipate what will take place, I have to listen to the result them or wait for the result them for both these two games, because I say indoor, or what them want to put it. But man, I look forward to the USA game more than ever, the opening game.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we still have to take the game serious because the US team won that with mostly MLS players. And remember, unlike now, most of these players who are playing for the US are scattered over Europe. And unlike one time or 10 years back or 5 years back, where you just have a handful of players playing in Europe, but they were still dominating. Remember that they were still dominating the CONCACAF Gold Cup and the World Cup qualifiers with their MLS players. So still not gonna be an easy game for us. But winning that game will do us the world of good for our ranking as well.
Yeah, that is true. Because now all the ranking go if you beat a team that is above you.
Yeah.
It improve your whole
So if we beat the US in the group stage and go to the quarterfinals and meet Costa Rica or Canada and beat them as well, there we go. We could see ourselves jumping maybe 20 places from where we are now. Never might tell. And I think everything would be happening at the right time for us because we're getting players are being inspired by other players now to come to be a part of the plan. What is taking place right now. No other persons are even looking about their documents, younger players that we don't know anything of right now as we speak. But the fans are anxious and impatient with the squad and what is going to happen. Remember, if it wasn't for these platforms, most of these Jamaicans wouldn't be on board and would be anticipating a Reggae Boyz squad. So we're these fans now in Jamaica or wherever in the diaspora are developing but the passion for the football. So they feel like something good is going to happen. And the fact that the World Cup is going to be hosted in Canada and also the USA, they want to be a part of it because it's actually close to us.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're getting a call, Chemo. Give me a second. Cranks, what go on?
Hey, coach, me call you the program the other day. You don't pick up,
Really?
You ignore me. Yeah, ignore me.
No, Cranky. Something must do your phone. You know me not do that. When the Arsenal man come on, we can beat him,
Coach, we have money to spend this year, so we'll see.
All right, let us see,
Lots of money we have.
So I was on the bus coming on this your program. I just reached over. I figured I'd call in for a few minutes.
Yeah, man.
I hear the level of impatience with the squad not being sent out or distributed to date. I think people have to exercise some patience. And I heard you saying about more players now are interested in part of the program.
That's what the coach said.
Coach, that is not by chance in a coach.
No.
Why would you want to go to a dysfunctional organization versus one where you seem to have be appearing to having more structure, making revisions, and going in the right direction? I'm sure players were on the sideline observing and saying they're not going to pursue an opportunity with us unless they're getting good feedback from those who are part of the program and can see some changes being made. So don't be surprised because we now have a coach who has some pedigree, who's involved, and who's probably proactively reaching out to these players. You hear me complain about when what's his name was with us, that he's always from England, he never reached out to players.
You think he didn't? You think he didn't?
Recall him.
You think he didn't?
No, I don't think
Who
he
you
did.
think reached out to Omar?
No, I don't think he did. I never heard him saying he pursued this player, pursued that player.
Who you think reached out to Omar?
Heard him say that. Well, maybe he did, but I'm just saying, coach, I never heard a lot of information about him doing that.
All right, no problem.
Never got. I've got intelligence that this coach is proactively sourcing players. I never got that intelligence that he was doing that.
Yeah, well, Paul,
he may have people falling his lap, but was he proactively doing it on a holistic basis?
Yeah, man.
Paul, one-off situation.
Paul, I'll call people, man. Me I tell you.
So what happened? He doesn't have the influence?
Remember saying never get the job. Some of the players never want to commit because, you know, a whole lot of thing did over him head. ALOs and all of these things. So never sure what
was he waiting till he get the job before him sure that up?
I guess players were hoping that he would have gotten the job full time.
Okay. Well, I'm not surprised certain players when I join the program. And I think we're going to have more than we can actually digest at some point. And some of those who are with us now may not be able to be going forward because the quality is only going to improve in the court. It's not going to dissipate, you know. So nonetheless, you know, the quality is only going to improve because I'm sure the coaches now probably go into Premier League to source some of those players. I'm sure that's part because they're players in the Premier League who probably be interested in Jamaica but didn't pursue it for different reasons. So the expectation of those players would now want to be on board, which is a good look. It's a good look.
Definitely.
It's a good look. And the fact that we have 3 slots for the next World Cup and the 3 top teams are not going to be participating also improve the chances of making the World Cup. And everybody want to play in the World Cup, no matter who you are. So it's a good look, coach. It's a good look.
Definitely. So what do you think about the players that were selected?
Well, I saw some preliminary list, and that's not the whole list, so I can't comment yet. I don't see the Baileys and the Antonios and the Mari Grays and others yet in that list. I assume everybody's on vacation. But I think what people don't realize in a coach, vacation at this time of the year is an imperative for players, you know.
May I tell Travis?
So people want Mick and Antonio to come but think about this. No, first of all, those guys book their vacation a year or 2 in advance because if you live in England, you don't see the sun for about 2 months, you know. So everybody want to go to the beach or go someplace else for their vacation. That's the first thing. And it's something that people book long. I have staff in England who book them vacation a year in advance. And that's all they talk about is going on holidays. But if they came to the camp in Austria, think about it this way, right? He just finished playing Europa Conference League. He would then be going to the Gold Cup, and the Gold Cup we may make it to the final, which is what, July 10th or so. Almost immediately afterwards, mid-July, they got to go back to preseason training. When would he get time to take time off? So it's inconsiderate not to want the players to go take some time off before this tournament versus coming to camp, going to the tournament, go straight back in the preseason. That's not people complain now about overloading players, and players are now coming out like Rashford complaining about how much game they have to play. Can you imagine playing a whole year straight? That doesn't make sense. The Premier League is hard as it is. Much less to play Premier League, play international football, go to training. Because when you train, sometimes you're training hard enough. You just think it's only games alone where you're exerting a lot of energy, you know. You have to get fit and maintain that fitness, so training is also hard. So I don't blame players to want to take their vacation, 2 weeks vacation, a week and a half vacation before coming to the tournament.
Travis, so we have fine excuse. You believe that we have fine excuse with the ballers?
We're finding an excuse. Look, Travis has his own perspective, and he's very uninformed, so he should have a perspective. It's an uninformed perspective. And I consider it a perspective, and Travis may not like what I say, but it's a fact. If you think somebody should play Premier League basketball players complain about workload and take time off during the season, that's a big athlete thing nowadays, which is I can't the pressure of playing, the amount of energy required, the league I play in, because this is not a walk-up league in the court. This is running 24/7 a game. I can't play 12 months of the year. So let me ask Travis this. So this is June, Travis. We just finished in June. We ain't been to June. So if he came to the camp, when would he get time off before preseason starts? Maybe you can explain when he would get time off. Or you don't think he deserves. In Jamaica, we don't play football all year round enough. We get months off, much less weeks off. And here they're getting weeks off, and you want them to come and play, go to the camp, and then come to the tournament. I'm sorry, that's not practical. I think that's inconsiderate and not practical. I have no problem with the kids taking, those players, I should call them kids, taking time off, recuperate, have some fun, and then come and play. I have no problem with that. And what are they going to learn in this camp that they don't know already? I know the coach have his own system and how he wants to play, but
everybody would understand.
any material is different from what they have learned. Yeah.
No, I'll teach them.
So I don't.
I just probably the camaraderie and all of
Yeah,
that I go on display.
But he's part of the program already, coach. He's part of the program. He's been in the program for what, 2 years now? So he should know that the players who have been there, not the new ones. I mean, the question is, how many new players is the coach going to incorporate into the squad? Right? Because he would have known most of the senior players like the Blakes and the Lows and the Baileys. So you have to get accustomed to the other players. But I don't think that's a big deal, coach. I don't think it's a big deal. I think we're making a big deal out of nothing, frankly.
Out of nothing.
Yeah, I think we're making a big deal out of nothing. We just have to calm down, relax, and appreciate that it appears from a distance that things are being done more professionally. I say from a distance, because I don't have in-depth knowledge, but from what I see, from what I understand.
Have you watched the press conference?
No, I didn't see the press conference. I heard you guys talking. Say it was like very short though. The coach only got 10 minutes.
Right. Yes, to answer question. No man, more than 10 minutes. But I mean, he gave him a wrap up 10 minutes by then. But I'm talking about the whole operation, the camera, the setup. It seemed a little bit more professional. We could hear clear. We could see the video quality clear. So everything was better in my estimation. And most of the
is that because of the location, or is that the location though? Because sometimes location helps, you know.
I said that too, you know.
With an environment where the things were, it could be the location.
I said that what the people are saying. The press conference have been held overseas and it never as good as this either. So it probably
is it all people how they communicated, or is it the is it the communication by the parties involved, or is it the equipment, the clarity of sound? What exactly was so
all
different?
Right. So the sound was good, the camera quality was good, everything seemed better than the last one. And why people are even
maybe they've invested,
possibly, or because the girls were supposed to have a press conference and that didn't materialize either. So so people are saying it's because it's two different persons on either end, so hence the reason, the difference.
Well, I can't make a judgment on that. I know Simon is a professional. Simon does this for a living. So he would have had experience in some of this, but I'm sure the other media person also does it for, I don't know if it's for a living, but he's done quite a bit of it. So, but I think we have to have bigger sample size to make a good judgment, right?
True.
You know, we can't just use one press conference as the basis to make an assessment.
Yeah, but that's why we said so far.
So let's see what happens.
So far, it is good and it is better than the last one. So basically, that's what we.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
It only can get better.
Maybe it's Manning's man who organize everything. Maybe Manning's man organize all of this.
According to Cataract,
we're going to start beating the coach.
We want to see the report. We want to see the report of the new press officer and the new manager. ASAP. We want that report on what they did. You understand? So Cataract could have been asking for that.
We have to have Dennis to give us an appraisal.
Yes.
An assessment of their performance on this trip. Yeah. When you bring Dennis on, you can actually give him a public perspective or some way for us to get some view as to how well they did. But I'm sure it's a learning process too for them, coach. It's a learning process.
Yes. Or I guess the Genset might want to do this after the Gold Cup because it will be good. It no make no sense would have asked them just after these two games. I think the assessment goes over into the Gold Cup.
Yeah, because they say they even have the Nations League as well. So
Yeah, man,
But
definitely.
you need a decent sample size. But yeah, I mean, to me, the Gold Cup is not well situated in terms of how they have it, which is teams playing at 3 different venues. That makes no sense to me. And that they're doing the World Cup the same way, that makes no sense. It's very burdensome cost-wise to individuals from fans from different countries want to watch their team play. You don't have to fly to this place and fly to that place. That makes no sense, coach.
So
you
you
book your
think
hotel in one region, you stay in one region. Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense to me.
the US say and Mexico are powerhouses in CONCACAF, and they will have a say in all of these things for their own benefit. It's
Yeah,
not like
I don't see how it benefits them though. If you do the rehearsal for the 2026 World Cup, I don't know why you want to play a game in the first round in 3 different locations. That doesn't make sense. I can understand quarterfinal games, semifinal, final.
I think it was
better.
better.
The logic for first round games.
It was better in 2021 where they had each games in Florida, and I don't remember other places where I think in Nashville they had some games in Nashville.
Yeah, I went to the games in Florida, and it was convenient to go to 3 games over a short duration, and it's in the same location, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can book your hotel for a week or 2 weeks. You know direction to get to the game. You understand the environment you're in. Fans are congregated in the same place. You can even associate and engage subsequent to the game's completion. Now you're going to go to St. Louis, going to be different to the fan in different place. I don't see the logic. I don't see the logic. But they must know what they must know why they have gone in that direction. But anyway, coach, I'm going to leave you. I just called to say hello.
Yeah, man.
And why you starting so early? I don't get it. You're starting like at 4 o'clock Jamaica time.
Yeah, you see.
You know, people have day jobs, coach. Coach, some people have day jobs, We have day jobs, coach. We work for the man. See it? We work for the man, coach. We have to work for the man.
All right.
So you guys who work in jobs that are flexible, we don't all have that benefit, coach.
Yeah, but
if we work to the man normally have us between 6 and say 7 in that window. A lot of people are 9 to 5. And yeah.
But Cranky, for the past few times I have the live early now, I get a lot of people on us. So
I know, but you know, coach, don't confuse getting people on early when it's football season, coach. And Jamaica team is someplace, coach. You'll get viewers. I bet you go to every one of these sites.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, coach,
you're right.
Go to any one of these sites. It's just, when the team is someplace, everybody want news. Everyone want to be involved. They want to contribute, coach. So
yeah, that's true.
Don't confuse the viewership with the time. It's not the time thing. I bet if you did this show at like 7, you probably get more people. Well, 7 US time, probably get more people. Because them home relax, them doing anything, no?
Yeah.
And them can listen to your program. All right, coach.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Cranky.
Have a good evening.
All right, you too.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah. Travis, are you wait for the call now, Travis? Kimo, where you gone? Jesus says stay in school. That in the bubble when there was COVID. He has his passport. He's waiting FIFA clearance. FIFA might clear him in 10 days. Next concern is Omar Hutchinson. There's no concern. A possible Omar Hutchinson never get selected.
I mean, I heard that T came on earlier on other platforms I was watching as well. Concerns were there about the duration of the whole press conference. A lot of questions. Coach?
Yeah, man, go on talk.
A lot of questions were asked, and a lot of questions also weren't answered. I won't say a lot of questions weren't answered, because if a lot of questions weren't asked, a lot of questions weren't asked, because you have a person like Devon Williams. We didn't hear why he wasn't in Austria Maybe it's the same case as Kemar Lawrence, where he didn't have any Schengen visa, because I think visa was a problem for the last time when they had the games in against Morocco, I think, and Qatar. But I think there are a few more players that weren't there. But I mean, all questions, you won't get everything, because I mean it was.
So
it
you
was a
want
start.
you think more questions were supposed to be asked?
I don't.
Pinnock?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because look, some persons will be confused, right? Remember that the 50-man professional man squad was dropped last week, and then it was taken down. That's one of the main reasons why the fans were so anxious about the squad. You understand? They wonder why the squad was up on the page and is now off. And then I'm sure the fans were seeking clarity from last week. Squad was up and then it was taken down. Still didn't see any players. But the realistic part of it, me and you know that Mikel Antonio wasn't gonna be there based on the fact that the season had and the the state. So these players, some of these players, I mean, it was on Amari Bell to be here. Some people are making comparisons about how is Amari Bell here, and it's his decision. He has something to prove. He's going into the league where he knows that maybe it's a fresh league. Maybe they're looking forward to some players from Europe to bring in. So he still feel like he wanna cement his place in the Luton team, because we have seen Jamalo was there with Bournemouth, and then by January he was loaned out to QPR. Yes, so Amari Bell has something to prove, especially in this tournament going into the Premier League.
Yeah, fair enough. Cephas could have been in this squad. You think so?
Cephas?
Mm.
Yeah, I think Cephas could be in the squad as well. I want to see how he looks in a Jamaican, because there's a difference between when some of these players are playing out there with their club and when they come in the team. They look pretty much different, but these things take time, and the coach haven't implemented the system that he want, but we see signs already. But I
Yeah, man,
mean,
him implement it, man. Remember, I say much try to get the players them to understand it. I just the players them to understand it,
yeah,
That's why if a player is missing, like the ones that are missing now, it's now gonna be so difficult for them to fit back into the system, because all of these players, probably a few of them would not have played for the national team under Jaime.
yeah.
So they would understand. People
Mikel
talking about the length of the press conference. Remember, they did indicate that they had things to do for the final preparation of the game tomorrow. So I guess the coach would have said, all right, let us do a 20 minutes press conference. And the press officer at the time, Simon, would have to just work with whatever the coach asks. Hence the reason some of the persons were cut off in terms of asking questions. This is sometimes we have to be very understanding, because we want to have things our way, like with that Burger King, but it's not all the time we're gonna get things our way. You understand? So I think that was one of the reasons why the press conference was limited, if you ask me.
Okay, but I mean, I just can't wait for next week. Just can't wait for next week.
What happen next week?
It's next weekend when we
Next
play the
week
USA.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the game that I can't wait to see. The squad, the 11. I have the situation and I would love for the Mary Gray thing to be sorted out by then, but been supporting this team passionately from 2021. And I use and the disappointment that I am accustomed to, I'm just going to say that the team is going to be without him. He will, I'm sure he will be ready for the Nations League. Should be ready for the Nations League. I'm just looking towards the future. Hopefully we'll have some negotiation, some kind of understanding, and they'll reach out to Reece Nelson as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That can be done, and it depends on what happened in this tournament. If we can go on to go actually to the semi-finals, yes, and win this tournament also would be a plus. That would be a plus. But the further we go in the tournament, we draw more attention towards the team.
Yeah, certainly.
Because a lot of players would actually put in a shift, and attention will be drawn because this competition always play in the summer where transfer window is open, So while people are looking players to buy, to see a few of our players as well, guys like Latibo there and Deshaun Bernard will really want to grab this opportunity.
True. All right, Reese Boss, you big up yourself. You come on when the show soon done, but take 5 minutes now.
No problem. I'm willing to share the limelight with viewers and subscribers. Bless up yourself, Big Man Key. Bless up yourself, CD, viewers and subscribers. I had the pleasure of listening to the press conference. I gave it the once around. Coach Minzy, let me commend you for your question. It was a favorable answer, a good question regarding the pieces being in place or not being in place, as the case may be. Good answer by Coach Jaime, but a very good question. And it was an answer that I can definitely say is sound. Those guys like Antonio, yeah, they'll know what's required. The interesting point, and this is where the football is so beautiful, interesting, because it's a matter of opinion. It clearly seems that people such as Travis, for example, are not of the school that suggests that some players, even though they've had particularly hard seasons, for example, should not be given leeway or extra leeway. They should be all in it together, a band of brothers. But there's another school which you seem to come from, where you can clearly empathize and understand the bigger picture and allowing for certain players to get a little time and leniency. Do you think that this kind of debate, would you like to see this kind of discussion or argument change towards your way of thinking? Would that be a more mature way of looking at football, or are we being too lenient in terms of our feelings?
Everybody not going to be looking at it the way that I look at it, you look at it, Kimo look at it, Cranky, Cataract, everybody. And that's why humans are unique. We have our own opinions. We have our own ideologies. So I wouldn't want to press Travis and say, if you start think like me, I want you to think like me. No, I'm not that type of person. So if Travis wants to think of it his way, kudos to Travis. You get what me I say? Me now go push Travis to think like me, because we would have basically depend on two different wavelengths why we think differently. And if we think the same, something wrong. You get what I say? So I am not into the AI type of stuff where me tell the AI what to do and the AI do it. No. People should be able to think for themselves. You get what I say? Yeah, man, me not depend on that.
Absolutely. Somebody phone a ring. I entirely grab that phone. I entirely agree with you. And this is where I go back to, and this is one of the things that stood out from the press conference. I look forward to linking up with you later in the week for the triple treat as well, by God's grace, Coach Minzy. But one of the things that came through loud and clear was a perceived, or in the coach of Jaime's mind, in his mind, a cultural shift realizing, I think that the impression was given that certain things need changing. He is in the business of changing it, and professionalism is coming into the camp. And I say more power to that. It was very pointed and very keenly felt from London, England, certainly, that this is a new sea change. The quiet on the Western Front. I mean, fundamentally, when the man said, look, we wanted ideally to have a 30-man squad, for example, everyone in there, and then we select from that. But he realized certain things we need to wait on, whether it be passports, injury, family situation. Ethan Pinnock, congratulations, by the way, to Ethan and his wife. Congratulations on a safe delivery of a child into this world. He basically said, there could be a bag of noise in the social media. People may be looking for information, but right about now, I've got a job to do. And rather than feed into the speculation, I'm not going to say anything to avoid disappointment. How many times have we seen team squads released? Chemo, CD, views and subscribers. How many times have we seen squads released and we can see, looking from afar, wait, that the man like a Stewart, that man's injured. He's not available. Why is his name up there? And then when it's delivered with Watcher, they're trying to fool us. It didn't look like Heimar's into the fooling business. I'll keep quiet if I don't have anything to say. And when it's the time is right, in my opinion, to say it, I'll say it. In short, he has his own mind, Coach Minzy. And I am very happy that he has that mindset, a strong mindset, and he's aware.
Yeah, that me tell you, no, man.
That he's got a job to do.
Way, man. He's doing things his way.
Right.
The Grimmer way.
Ice cold. And Mr. John Wall, he's got a bit of a sense of humor, a dry sense of humor. But he is doing things his way, a cherry on top. I heard everything. Very interesting. Chemo, what did you think of the radio silence? I was always of the opinion, patience is a virtue. Patience. We could speculate if the JFF was trying anything and trying to wingle and try for Sartor and encourage certain players to get a look in. But this is a 19-man squad, which I think will be facing a challenge, by the way. That 19-man squad will face a challenge against Qatar and Jordan, particularly, I think, against Qatar. I think the midfield area still looks light. The forwards are not the strongest, but they will have had ample time and a good opportunity to get stronger, learn the ways of Coach Heimar, and bond as a unit. But Chemo, what did you think of the radio silence in the days and weeks leading up to the release of this 19-man squad? What was your thinking on as far as Coach Heimar and our desire as fans to get the information quick and fast?
And that would be your closing remarks, Chemo. And then we hear Richard's closing remark. I will close out the show.
Well, to be honest, and what I have observed and what I have learned seen earlier today from the press conference, the coaches approaching the whole scheme of things, you know, the right way, as I said, Coach, his way. You understand? And at the end of the day, everything is going to boil down to him and how we apply whatever information to these players and how they apply and execute out on the field. So I mean, it's best for him to start to do everything now while he has a chance with them here in Austria. So it's going to be not really easy. So you see where his team is at whenever they go to the US. I mean, a lot of us as fans, we have our players that we want to see in the team. But some of the time, when the squad is being picked or is picked, we have to just be behind the coach and the team and know that, listen, this is the same Reggae Boy team that we want to support, whether or not we see a few players that is missing, and just support the team 100%. Some of us won't be at the game. Some of us will be home and cheering on the team. So, I mean, and if you can see the changes, small changes is taking it time. You know, I will see the progress. I mean, you have man like Manningsman there now with the team, who has his own input, and also Simon. and I'm confident everything won't happen one time. It will take time, but I think we'll see good things to come.
All right. Richard, your final thoughts.
Well, it was good to see a final press conference after a good while of waiting. But kudos to Simon Preston. There was a couple of delays, interjections as it was recording from what I saw anyway. There were moments that we couldn't hear what was going on the audio because it was saying that this is recording. But the quality overall when people were speaking was clear. Well done for the questions. Some of the questions, we'll talk about that later, no doubt during the triple treat. But some decent questions asked, but the bottom line, there's a professionalism. There's a new cultural awareness as regards what is required regarding the noise levels, quote unquote, around a camp. Coach Hyman must have learned a lot with John Wall and the rest of the coaching staff, management, Simon Preston. They've all been aware of the logistical problems, passport issues, the need to manage certain players, and of course, to try to get the very best out of the Reggae Boyz, we need a cohesive unit who buy into the philosophy. Hallelujah for the day. There's a philosophy that we could actually see in action. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I was on YouTube going through the archives, surfing. I saw a Carl Brown team. Yes, Carl Brown managing the Reggae Boyz, Ricardo Fuller and company, and Andy Lowe. What a performance as they defeated Uruguay 2-0 at the National Stadium. That looked like a good performance from what I saw. I sat back, I said, wait a minute. This could be back to the good old days. This Reggae Boyz squad, if we trust the process, can produce something that we can all be proud of, Coach Minzy. But there's a sea change. There's a sea change. Professionalism is in the arena. Patience is a virtue. Patience, like, share, and subscribe. A pleasure being on board. I'll catch you again. Thank you for the time. Chemo, big up yourself. Viewers and subscribers, big up yourself. Rich Post Sports in the house. Peace.
All right. So Rich Poor really end the show. I just want to say thanks to him for stopping by. Big up to Chemo. Big up to Cranky, all the callers, RD and all the other persons who called. I think who else was online? T-Got dropped on for a bit. Big up to all the persons in the comment section. Big up to all the persons who watch and did not comment. We call them the silent deskers. Big up to all the haters as well. Big up to all the well-wishers. You don't know a thing going on. Bless up yourself, people. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.